this video, I'm going to do some money word problems. Let's look at our first problem. John checked his pockets and found he has 2 quarters, 3 dimes, and 1 nickel. How much money does he have? Let's look at the information that tells us money. We've got 2 quarters. And what else do we have? We have 3 dimes. And we have one other coin here. We have 1 nickel. Now, to work on this, first we need to look at how much each of these coins is worth. Well, a quarter is worth 25 cents. Notice I put this C with a line through it. That's our cent sign. Now, for a dime is worth 10 cents. And finally, we have a nickel. A nickel is worth 5 cents. Now, let's write this as an addition problem. We have 2 quarters, so we're going to have 2 25s. So we've got 25 and 25. We have 3 dimes. Well, that's 1, 2, 3 dimes, and we have 1 nickel. Now this is a lot to add up. We've got a big column of numbers. But we can do this by skip counting. So if we're skip counting, we start at 25. And we're going to skip count by 25. That gets us to 50. And now we're going to skip count by 10. Well, 50 plus 10 gets us to 60. And we're skip counting again to get to 70. Skip count again to get to 80. And now we've got this 5. So we're going to skip count by 5 to get us to 85. So when we add all this up, we get 85. So our answer is 85 cents. We don't want to forget this cent sign here. That's very important. Okay, let's look at our next problem. Sasha had $3 and spent $1.08 on a soda. How much does she have now? Well, again, we're going to look at what we know. Well, we know that she had $3. And we know that she spent $1.08. Now, there are 2 things that we need to look at. First, how much is $1? Well, $1 is 100 cents. So if she had $3, we've got 100 cents 3 times. 100, 200, 300. So she had 300 cents to start. and she spent $1.08. Well, she had dollar, which is 100 cents, and 8 cents. So 108 cents. Now, since she spent it, we're taking away. So our math problem here is going to be 300 that she started with minus 108. We can't take 8 from 0, so we're going to have to borrow. So we can't borrow from 0, so we have to go all the way over here to this 3 and borrow to make that a 2. Well, that makes this a 10. And now we can borrow from the 10, make that a 9, and we have 10. Great, now it looks like we can do this. So 10 minus 8 gives us 2. 9 minus 0 gives us 9. And 2 minus 1 is 192. Well, that's 192 cents. But we want to write this in a simpler way. We know that 100 cents is a dollar. So she had $1. And what's left over, this 92 is our cents. So the way we write that is we put this dot here and 92. So we have our dollars first, a dot, and then how many cents we have as 2 digits. And we want to have this dollar sign in front. So there's our answer. Sasha has $1.92 left. Finally, let's look at our last problem. So this one's a little bit more complicated. Billy bought 3 books and a video at a library book sale. 2 of the books cost a dime each, and a third cost a quarter. The video cost $1. How much did Billy pay? Okay, so again, we want to look at what do we know? Well, we have 2 books that cost a dime. We have another book which cost a quarter. And then we have our video, which is $1. So we want to start with our costs that are the greatest. The video costs $1. So that is 100 cents. Then we have our book that cost a quarter. Well, remember from before, a quarter is 25 cents. And then we've got 2 books that were a dime each. So we've got 1, 2 dimes. So again, let's skip count. We start at 100. We skip count by 25. That gets us to 125. We skip count by 10. That gets us to $1.35. And we skip count by 10 again to get to $1.45. So that gives us our total is 145 cents, which again is going to be, we've got our dollar sign, 1.45.